Good day. This is COMETSA Broadcast Channel. Thank you for joining us. My name is Sam Zima. I'm the Chief Executive Officer of COMETSA GoC International Pty Limited. Today is Sunday, the 16th of June 2018. The time is 15 hours, 5 minutes. We are today going to continue with our series, COMETSA Promise series. And the theme for our broadcast today is human capital development through sport. And in my case, it is specifically human capital development through football. And we are going to look at the journey that led to the establishment of COMETSA GoC International Pty Limited as a human capital management and leadership development consulting enterprise. As shared with you in the previous episodes, we want to walk you down the memory lane from the point when one embarked on the journey of development to the point when this journey gave us this great organization that is evolving to become one of the most important role players in the business sector in our country, South Africa. Remember, as always, you are free to contact us at the following contact details: email address, call center at cometa-goc.com. Call center is spelled CALLCENTRE, and it is at cometa-goc.com. You are also welcome to call us at our office number +27 11 974 9308. You may also use our mobile number +27 72 376 7503. You are also welcome to visit our website. The first one is www.cometa-goc.com or www.cometa.co.za. And for information on our COMETSA PMS Lekgotla networks, please visit www.cometa-pms-lekgotla.com. Lekgotla is spelled LEKGOTLA, and it's .com. www.cometa-pms-lekgotla.com. And for information on my coaching offerings under the COMETSA Group, you visit www.samzima.com. Samzima, one word. Previously, we did mention to you that we would like you to be informed of how one started from a very small village of Muripani and then moved to Gauteng, from Gauteng moved to Germany, and then came back to Gauteng, and then, of course, started the project of the establishment of this great organization. Today we are focusing on Part A up to Part D, looking at a number of milestones. Sam Zima born into football at Muribani Scientist FC, a village football club from the small village of Muribani in just outside Janefers, in Limpopo in the Greater Sekhukhune district. Playing football, competing with the role of being a head boy, a scholar, and at the same time doing domestic duties, and of course following normal village rituals that each boy in any type of that village is involved in. 1982 to 1983, I moved to Barangwe College at Aravi outside Marvlon and became active in the college football while at the same time continuing with my studies to complete my grade 12. After completing my grade 12, 1984 to 1985, I had moved to Wits University in Johannesburg and enrolled for my studies in B Pharmacy, and later on converted my degree studies to BCom, at the same time playing football in the B division of Wits University Football Club. I was fortunate to receive bursaries from the university itself. And this on its own presented challenges in terms of balancing studies and football. But ultimately, I had to settle for my studies, although it was already too late and I had suffered a couple of failures in my studies because of being too focused on football. In 1986, I transferred my studies from Wits University to University of South Africa and then joined the Commercial Advancement Training Scheme, shortly known as COMETSA, at the German Chamber of Commerce in South Africa. And of course, that meant that football had to take a backseat. This was the most intense time in my life, especially when it comes to development, as I continued with my BCom studies at the UNISA at the same time. I completed the COMETSA program in end of 1987, and from 1988 to 1989, I moved to Cologne in Germany under the Karl Duisberg Gesellschaft Scholarship and undertook a language program and a business management program. During my language program, I was based at the city of Cologne, living in the family Bierendes for the 6 months as part of the program and also introduction to the German culture and of course to the betterment of my German language learning program. After completing my 6-month language program, the whole team underwent the tour of Germany, visiting a number of cities as part of the program and exposure to the German industry. We visited quite a number of key cities in Germany. We visited Hamburg, we visited Bremen, and we visited Wolfsburg in the northern Germany. Continued to visit Munich, and in Munich we visited Bavarian Motor Works, we visited Siemens, and from there we continued back into Cologne and visited Bayer Leverkusen, continued to go to Berlin to visit German Education Institute, and we visited other cities like Düsseldorf. So it was quite a very intense tour of the city. Just to mention that in the north we had the opportunity to visit Kühnenagel in Bremen. We had the opportunity to visit one of the best modern factories at that time, which was at Volkswagen Works in Wolfsburg. Those were quite very interesting days in terms of one's development. The program was completed in 1988 in November, and from 1989 to December 1989 to July 1990, I had returned back to South Africa and joined Kinonagel Air Freight Pty Limited at the OR Tambo International Airport. At that time, it was still known as Jan Smuts Airport. Again, during this time, I could not immediately go back to football. I continued with my commercial work, and to a great surprise of many people, in July 1990, I left Kinonagel and joined Siemens South Africa, who then decided to send me back to Germany under Siemens AG, and then, of course, they replaced me back to Cologne, and I was based at the Cologne branch of Siemens AG, undergoing a program that is known as Stammhaus and then, of course, enrolled for Industriekaufmann program. January 1991, I decided it was time for me to rejoin football in Germany, and I joined my former football club outside Frankfurt called SC Goldstein 1951 e.V. And I continued traveling every weekend between Cologne and Frankfurt, playing football at the same time, undergoing my studies in Industriekaufmann, doing Stammhaus Lehre program with Siemens, and studying through correspondence for my BCom under UNISA, and writing exams at the South African Embassy in Bonn at that time. I continued doing that, and in January 1992, it became obvious that I was not going to be successful in my programs if I continued with the weekly travel between Cologne and Frankfurt. I then applied for transfer from SC Goldstein to Rot-Schwarz-Neubrück Cologne FC. This was an emotional goodbye from Frankfurt friends to Cologne, leaving football friends of 3 years. And in December 1992, I graduated from Industriekaufmann program, which was offered under the German Chamber of Commerce of Nuremberg, and the Stammhaus programs at Siemens. And I returned permanently to South Africa. At that time, my mind was very much preoccupied with the formation of the Development Football Club back in South Africa. In January 1993, as indicated, I rejoined Siemens Limited South Africa as commercial administrator in the Motors and Drives division. I used that period to reconnect with the Black Management Forum Johannesburg branch and the South African economy and football in general. As a result, in January 1994, I became recommended to Black Management Forum by Siemens, and Siemens released me on a secondment to become the branch manager of the Black Management Forum and Johannesburg branch. And at the same time, I joined West Football Club in the old National Soccer League as a volunteer public relations officer, PRO as they used to call us. January 1995, I returned to Siemens from Black Management Forum to head commercial training, looking after the technical administration training scheme known as TETS, and then I became elected the chairperson of the BMF Johannesburg branch. And in October 1995, I left Siemens to join Absa Bank as a consultant for constructive employment and development, and later the title changed to Group Employment Equity Consultant. In June 1997, I became into contact with Mr. Babela at the I'll get fledged in Hillbrow, and the relationship strengthened through football. And we started the idea of the establishment of a football club that will look after the interest of the young people in the area of Hillbrow Parktown through football. This was the beginning of a very interesting journey and led to the establishment of First FC COMETSA Goldstones 1997 on the 1st of August in 1997. This COMETSA Development Football Club used to be based at the Banato Park Primary School for practices and continue playing soccer matches at the German School of Johannesburg. So we can actually summarize the phases of 1997 up to 2001 as the concept development phase. Back in my mind, this was going to be a foundation on which we were going to build a socially conscious enterprise that will lead to the establishment of a commercial entity. And indeed, this phase 1997 to 2001 led to the formation of what we call Project 2002, that incorporated Saturday Leadership Development Projects that was focusing on the youth leadership development. And indeed, that became a great success. I will be taking you to the next stages that followed this establishment of the football club and also the establishment of our development agency in the next episodes. And you will see how we progressively transformed from football through music, Saturday leadership programs, into the consultancy that we have become. Thank you for listening to this first part of the establishment of COMETSA that connects my move from Jane First to Gauteng, Johannesburg, and to Germany, back to Johannesburg, and then, of course, to where we are today. Once again, it is always a pleasure to share the milestones in this organization with you through the COMETSA broadcast channel. Please stay tuned to hear more that is to come. But don't forget that you are welcome to visit the website to read more about this journey. Should you need to talk to us, once again, call us at +2711 974 9308 or using our office mobile at +2772 376 7503. You are welcome to drop us an email at callcenter@cometsa-goc.com, and we will be able to help you in whatever way you so wish. Thank you very much once again. Goodbye and take care.